the exception of boy to my left, are my spanks. This is a photographic installation depicting individuals with varying disabilities in sexualized, hypersexualized positions and situations. We ask that you, the for now non-disabled community, consider your preconceived notions about disability and sexuality. How many of you out in the crowd will raise your hand and admit to fucking somebody with a disability? Give this human a round of applause. And this beautiful young woman in the green dress a round of applause. How could y'all applaud them? Come on, we're fuckable. In all seriousness, I'm going to get a little comfortable. Is that okay?
Yes.
So, in SPANKBOX, everybody was selected to participate. We have some that volunteered. Since its inception, we've had people from America and all over the country asked to participate. We've been a project for 8 weeks. This project was developed due to my sexual assault I sustained in May. After researching the statistics, I asked myself, why is no one talking about the fact that 1 out of every 3 women with a disability is sexually assaulted every year? And why are 90% of the developmentally disabled sexually assaulted every year? When you deny a community sexual autonomy or the ability to inform and educate society about themselves, you create toxicity in that community. Okay? You lead us out to believe, you have us out, and people believe us to be as vulnerable and damaged people. But we're anything but. In fact, we like to remind you all that we are the next step in evolution. Before you meet death, you meet disability through age and accident or accident. So we scream right now in SPANKBOX and tell our stories so that you can whisper in the future, because you will join us. It's a matter of time. And I will welcome you as your madam. Boy, I need water. We're not done here, honey. Yes. So, as a 43-year-old woman, I spent many years in a committed on-again, off-again relationship. I denied myself sexual gratification for many years because relationships, tedium, no one feels like having sex. And I began to feel undesirable, and not many people showed me desire. But at 42, I began to embrace my imperfection and my disability for the first time wholly. And I realized that my disability is not what defines me. The broken system is what reminds me that I'm disabled. And that's what we need to change every day through communication, conversation. SPANKBOX is our way of providing you with a safe space to self-educate and ask those questions without shame, without ego, without insecurity. We welcome your questions, but we ask that you also participate by answering ours, because anything that's going to make change happen, it's going to be the ability to communicate, to have a conversation, one that does not exist full of ego and pretense, honest and open. We have to make a change. It means the most to us. All right? So, I'm going to have my boy fetch my SPANKBOX, the one on the back table. The one she knocked up? Bad boy. Bad boy. Now I'm going to be thirsty. Alright, let's read one of our Spanker's questions. What intrigues you the most? My disability, my burns, or my dominance? That question, thank you, for 1 second, we don't answer just yet. That question is from artist Megan Mushholder, who in 2016 was traveling home from work and was in an accident where her car ignited and 67% of her body was burned. She opted to be amputated, and this woman climbs walls and builds huge installations. Her most recent tour was the Venice Biennial. She grew up with someone with a disability, and we had a conversation, and I said, well, what do you think about it now that you're here? And she said, I realized I didn't know enough. So, what's the answer to that question, boy? Speak loud enough for everybody to hear.
Your courage.
Your courage.